What does 2024 have in store for the real estate market in the South Atlanta suburbs like Peachtree City, Newnan, and Fayetteville, Georgia? Great question. Hi, I'm Daphne Bousquet, a local realtor with eXp Realty, and before I take out my crystal ball, I will share what the experts say we can expect about the national real estate market and the trends. Then we'll talk about exactly what our local market did in 2023 and where I see this going this coming year. Real estate is hyper-local, and what is true in one part of the country is not necessarily true in other parts of the country, just like not all parts of Atlanta are the same. That said, let's dive in and be sure to let me know in the comments if you agree or not. There are a few things that affect the housing market, and the first, probably the most important one, is mortgage rates. Last year, interest rates shot up, and that affected the real estate market significantly. And just as the Fed was hoping, it slowed down the overheated market, and transactions dropped by 25% compared to 2022. Mortgage rates got close to 8% in October, but according to the experts like Fannie Mae, the Mortgage Bankers Association, the National Association of Realtors, and Realtors.com, they are predicting that mortgage rates will drop in 2024, but not below 5%. They're also predicting an average of 1.5% increase in house prices. However, last year, big banks forecasted home prices to fall by 5 to 10%, while the other aforementioned experts called for a range of a 2% increase to a 1.5% decrease in home prices. They were very wrong, as prices continue to increase by about 5%. And a large reason for that is the supply and demand. Even though buyer demand went down due to housing affordability, supply went down accordingly as well, with just about every homeowner having an interest rate below 4% and many of them under 3%. They're not in a hurry to trade that payment in for an interest rate of 6.5 to 7% or even higher. With these golden handcuffs in place, homeowners are not selling their current house unless they have a good reason to, or unless they can use their equity to pay for all or most of their next home. Even with interest rates at a high of 8% this year, home prices did not adjust significantly downward, at least not any more than they normally do in the fourth quarter. In Fayette County, the average sales price went up by 6.9% to $544,933, while the median sales price increased by 5.5% to $489,000. Coweta's home values increased as well, with the average sales price up by 6.1% to $452,520, and the median sales price coming in at 4.7% higher than 2022 at $420,000. Now that is a very normal and solid gain for our local homeowners. So what can we expect in 2024? Okay, that crystal ball that I was grabbing, I don't actually have one. I don't know what mortgage rates will be doing. I do know that the Fed has said they will be lowering them 3 times in 2024. However, the Fed can change their mind at any time, so that is definitely not set in stone. If the Fed does keep their word and interest rates continue to decline into the low 6s and maybe even the high 5% range, I see a strong 2024 for the housing market. Even in the last month of 2023, my buyers were competing in multiple offer situations. If and when rates continue to go down, that will only get worse as we get into the spring season. Now, here in Georgia, our spring housing market starts early as opposed to the rest of the country. With schools out by the end of May, we see the seasonal housing market pick up in March. Lower mortgage rates mean more buyers can afford to buy, and those who have been on the sidelines will be entering the market again, and that will put pressure on home prices, causing them to increase. Now, I do not expect increases like we saw in 2021 and 2022. We call those the unicorn years, and they were definitely outliers. However, I think we can expect price increases of 3 to 5% over the year. But again, the year is long and a lot of things can happen that are out of our control. And I do not expect a significant increase in the housing supply either, especially in Fayette County. There are a lot of new construction projects in Coweta County, and that helps. Crestwind is opening up their new development in Newnan in 2024, and I hope that will open up single-family homes in Fayette and Coweta for younger families as older residents move to the 55 and over community. However, especially in Fayette County, things are rough for first-time home buyers. With the median sales price close to $500,000, that remains out of reach for a lot of people. The new construction projects in Fayette County are continuing to be more on the luxury side of the scales, with another small neighborhood of $2 million plus homes building in Fayetteville this year, and Laurelbrook and Townsend Village in Peachtree City building homes in the $1 million range. Coweta has more variety in their new construction, with new homes ranging from the low 400s to the $1 million range. Overall, I expect we will not have the amount of homes on the market to satisfy the buyers. We will continue the current seller's market, and prices will continue to rise by 3 to 5%. So what do you think? Am I wrong, or do you agree? And if you are in the market to buy or sell a home in 2024, reach out to me. I would love to help.